ahead of Smutner, and we know that Smutner didn't find much in the last 2,000 or 3,000 metres, but now here we go.
Look who's coming up the hill. The tempo is going to be fierce as always, just attacking. Very slender, very light body weight, Johaug.
Niskanen with a lot of work to do already, 12 seconds off the pace. Now, it's Johaug we really need to concentrate on, and then Marit Bjørgen. And here's Johaug now coming up here, and even she's slipping.
Well, the Norwegian technicians got it so right yesterday, and you have to, it's a fine balance. Do you put a lot of wax on, therefore get grip all the way easily, but it slows you on the descent, so it is a very fine balance, grip, glide combination. But
well, they've had men out checking this since 5 o'clock this morning, and they've got the biggest wax team of the whole circuit.
Look at that time, David, minus 14 seconds. I think we could be looking at the winner today. Of course, Bjørgen still to come up this hill, but what an attack.
I don't know, just having a look at television is always strange in the way that it portrays people, but to me she looks that little bit stronger.
Yeah, 26-year-old now. She's maturing every single year, and that's bad news for the rest of the world, and I think bad news for Bjørgen, because I don't think Bjørgen's going to match her time anywhere near it. Bjørgen is the master of pacing, though. She doesn't overstress. It's only 3 kilometers of a 10-kilometer race. She's not going to match Johaug at the moment. Very different style as well, David, where Marit is keeping very upright, not quite the same incredible tempo. Now she's picking up the tempo to make that wax work.
I was going to say, actually, at the very moment that you were talking there, she actually kicked in, and it's all about the deficit between these two fantastic Norwegian athletes. And look at that, 14 seconds back to Kowalczyk, and Bjørgen coming up there. There's that little red marker on the snow. That is the line, and Bjørgen behind Kowalczyk by somewhat 4 seconds.
This is unusual, David, to see a 20-second deficit.
Red bib, but Therese Johaug, there you have the situation there, and those are quite big gaps, but in a way this is what happens in the early season races.
It is, and I think it's still an advantage for Bjørgen to realise, well, I'm 19 seconds off the pace at the moment. What do I have to do to bring this back? And she's only a couple of seconds behind Kala and Kowalczyk.
Čekalova staying ahead of Østberg, and not by much actually. Just looking at this, at 3.1 kilometers, she was only, actually Østberg was Kowalczyk in the red, running through traffic here. Now this is interesting, 6.4, so she's gone out of the stadium, climbing up the hill again here, and now looks powerful, looks more powerful now than at any previous point in the race here, and chasing Čekalova's time. Now at Čekalova, she was at 5 kilometers 12.9 seconds ahead of her.
You just get the feeling, David, that Kowalczyk is picking up the pace now. She realises she was off. She's been told that she's down on Johaug, and is picking the pace up a little, or is she?
Well, actually, between Čekalova and Kowalczyk, no change. Kowalczyk still the faster, but actually hasn't made any difference. Kala 6.4, just having a look at Kala. And at 3.1 kilometers, Kala and Kowalczyk were separated by 3 seconds in favour of Kowalczyk, but she had those slips and slides that cost her a couple of seconds. And having a look at this now, this is 5 kilometers. I'm just picking this up here. Kala Kowalczyk, there was 3 seconds between them in Kowalczyk's favour. This is 1,400 metres on, and look at that. And Kala has picked up, use that power to weight ratio. So we're having a look here at Johaug and Kala. Now Johaug and Kala, it was a 31-second advantage. That was at what, 5 kilometers. Here we are at 16.4, and that's another 8 seconds to the good.
What an amazing athlete, and she's just becoming more and more mature in the game. She's worked so much this summer.
Bjørgen versus Johaug, 35 seconds. I mean,
you just feel that's going to open up to maybe even 40, 41 seconds before the finish line.
But I just want to put that into context. Up the first 1,400 meters, Bjørgen was only 9 seconds down. It just shows you.
She's really struggling out, really suffering, pushing her body through incredible amount of discomfort, but keeping the technique going.
What you can see there is a really good battle there for second, third and fourth, because there's only 4 seconds separating Kowalczyk and Bjørgen. In the points, just Kusikova in 30th. Kalla, penultimate time check here.
Well, it's still the same big names, David, as last year.
Now Johaug coming up now to the 1,900 meter to go point, and 46 seconds ahead of Kalla. I mean, it's, you know, at 5, kicking off doesn't work for her because of her rhythm. No. As soon as you start to disrupt that, if she was to do it and sort of everyone say, okay, fine, you can back off a little bit. I don't think that would work for her.
No, if she does, she maybe just back off a little in the last 200 meters, but no, designed her. She's hardwired to push hard, as is Kowalczyk.
Yeah, I think when she gets up the top of the lip on the climb and into the stadium, then if she wants to take it all in, that's fine. And Ersberg, actually, you know, though she was 4th yesterday, you know, she's not had a bad weekend. You know, she is just out of those junior and under 23 ranks and is very much a contender. And here, Justyna Kowalczyk, by a decent margin, is going to take the lead away from Ersberg. 100 meters to go. But, you know, Ersberg's going to be very pleased with this, because look at the check that she gets against one of the great distance runners. And actually the margin is tight, isn't it? Much tighter than I proposed. And she does so, Kowalczyk, but only by 5 seconds. And I'm just having a look at this. At 6.4, Kowalczyk was 12 seconds. So Ersberg has really put herself, she's laid herself out on the line today. And again,
a great start to her season. You saw her cross the line, collapses, that fighting spirit, very, very competitive. Look how close this is for second, third, 1/10 of a second between Bjørgen and Kalla.
But who would have suggested at the beginning of the day that Marit Bjørgen was going to get knocked on the head by 45.
New red suit from the Norwegians that are really again spreading into that top 10
of Finland. That's a good run from Palmakoski to be only 12 seconds off Kowalczyk. Smutner 19 seconds off. Kalla, the new leader in the clubhouse, by 19 here, ahead of Marit Bjørgen. And well, this is the winner, no question about that. And the margin of victory, 44 seconds over Kalla, which is pretty extraordinary. What that does tell you is that Kalla's the fastest finisher, because Johaug didn't make any more time. She lost a couple of seconds. But Bjørgen at 8.1 kilometers was what she was. Oh, I'm just having a look at that again. Let me just check that.
I don't think
Bjørgen was 45 seconds down.
I don't think she's going to beat Kalla, David. I think she's going to be about 2-3 seconds slower than Kalla.
Well, she was. I mean, there was nothing between them. There was barely a second with them, with 1,900 meters to go between Bjørgen and Kalla. But Bjørgen's coming in here, 39, 40, 41, 42. She's just done enough.
Just then, her coach running up alongside her on with 250 meters to go. Make sure that she gets all the information so she can push it to the line.
Kalla's happy to be on the podium, but that's Norway 1-2 in the women's race. Massive. Kalla in third place. Justyna Kowalczyk a minute off the pace. That sort of tells me that she's got work to do. Legs may be heavy, not nearly at her best there. Sophia Henriksson, you predicted a top performance there. There it is, 12th day for Denise Herman. And the last to get a point, Eva Neviltova of the Czech Republic.